What's up everyone, Justin with J8TechAlpha here, and today I'm here to give you guys my full overview of the just announced Samsung Galaxy S4. So Samsung just capped off their event at New York City at this year's Unpacked event where they announced the next generation flagship smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S4. And from all the rumors and predictions and leaks coming around lately, I have to say those were all pretty accurate and it is what we saw today. So first off, I have to say that Samsung really didn't do a whole new redesign to the hardware. However, they did do quite a few things and some cool features added to the software features. So the display itself is now a 4.99 inch or 5 inch HD Super AMOLED display with a 1920 by 1080 resolution at a 441 ppi pixel density, so it gives you a much better looking screen and the pixel density is just amazing. I really can't wait to try that out. And obviously it will have 3G and 4G capability. However, the camera was also predicted beforehand with a 13 megapixel rear facing camera as well as a 2 megapixel front facing camera, and they did do some pretty cool things to the software features. For example, there's a feature where you could take a picture on the front facing camera and the rear facing camera at the same time. So it can have a little box at the corner of your image of the front facing camera while taking a picture with the rear facing camera and vice versa for video. So some cool settings there, and I really can't wait to check out the 13 megapixel camera. And for reference, the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the iPhone 5 both have 8 megapixel cameras, so it's definitely a pretty big jump there. The device itself comes in at 7.9 millimeters thick and weighs in at 130 grams, so it isn't thinner than the iPhone 5, but weight-wise and overall the thickness-wise, it will feel very, very thin. The battery has also been improved to a 2,600 milliamp battery to accommodate probably the new features, the specs, the much larger display and higher resolution it has to power, and the RAM is 2 gigabytes, and it will come in a 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte configuration, as well as micro SD expandability to up to 64 gigabytes. What they didn't really give us some details on were the processor, but however, I think they're going to be having the quad-core 1.8 gigahertz processor, as well as a Exynos Octa processor, which is clocked in at 1.6 gigahertz, depending on whether you take like the universal unlocked version or the carrier version available in your country. Moving on, the S4 will also feature Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and it will have a new heat and temperature and humidity sensor, as well as some sort of eye tracking and kind of hand tracking, kind of motion tracking when you're using your device. So I'm going to go over to those features now. One cool thing is if you're going to be watching your videos, it will know when you're not looking at the screen. It'll actually pause the video, and when you look back at the screen again, it will eventually run the video again. Another thing is also when you're reading articles or browsing web pages, you can just hover your hand over the display and it will kind of give you like a close-up look at it. So it pretty much lets you use your device without actually touching the display. And then overall, I think it just has much more new sensors that you could do a lot of things with, and Samsung could do a lot of things with in the future. It is pretty cool, but I'm not exactly sure if it would all actually work, whether it'd be more useful or even more annoying to use, depending on the way it works when I actually get to try it. Another thing is they've also tried to revamp a lot of stuff with S-Voice and stuff like the translation and also giving you directions, and overall, the device is just much more easier to use, and it just gives you a better overall experience when using S-Voice and the software itself. So I think TouchWiz itself has many new improvements. I'm not sure if they will be available on all S devices such as the S2 and the S3. However, we do know that all these new features announced will be available on the Samsung Galaxy S4, which will start selling in late April. So let me know what you guys think below. I will be purchasing one to unbox and review, hopefully, as well as do some comparison with, for example, the LG Nexus 4, the iPhone 5, Samsung Galaxy S3, and possibly even the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. So stay tuned for that, as well as a full review coming after that. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button below if you would like to see more. I'll see you guys in my next video.